This conference will now be recorded.
So if sometimes if I forgot to start recording, please remind me. Okay. If I forgot, please remind me. Fine. So yesterday we are learning about item master. So released product or item master creation. If you want to create item master, this is most important. If you want to create an item master, you need to map storage dimension group, tracking dimension group, product dimension group, item group, item model group, purchase unit, inventory unit, sales unit. These 8 mandatory fields are required if you want to use in the transactions. Then purchase price, sales price, landed cost also, it is important category. You will understand these things. Not only these things, there are so many things you are going to learn. Now, storage dimension group, tracking dimension group, product dimension group. These are the 3 product like inventory dimensions are there. So if anyone is asking like what are the dimensions available in the system, means don't give answer. If anyone asks what are the dimensions available, you need to have, for this question you need to have reverse question. Are you asking about inventory dimensions or financial dimensions? If it is inventory dimensions, then it is storage dimension group, tracking dimension group, product dimension group. In storage dimension group, site, warehouse, location, license plate, pallet, license plate or pallet, and then inventory status. Tracking dimension group means batch number, serial number, owner. Product dimension group means color, size, style, configuration. These are inventory dimensions. Whereas in finance, there are financial dimensions are there that you will understand in the finance sessions. Okay, so dimensions means it is generalized. You need to be very much specific whether it is a financial dimensions or inventory dimensions. Okay, so yesterday in detail we have discussed about inventory dimensions and all those things. We'll discuss furthermore later on sessions. Let me go back to purchase order process and sales order process, little bit more insights. The purchase order process and sales order process, little bit more insights about this process. So purchase order process means we are creating a purchase order. Purchase order confirmation is mandatory. And then product receipt, then invoice receiving from the vendor. This is called vendor invoice or purchase invoice. Anything. Okay, let me quickly show this process and I will show you some more information. So to do this one, in trade and logistics, I mean to say trade and logistics means procurement and sourcing module. You are going to procurement and sourcing module, collapse all, purchase orders, all purchase orders. So what we understood, like at the time of product receipt, on hand inventory will be increased. That is physical inventory. In on hand form will be increased. Physical inventory in on hand form, on hand screen will be increased. So that we have learned, and let me recap once again the same thing. So meanwhile, I'm just opening inventory management. Sorry, product information management, released products, on hand inventory. Released products, on hand inventory. We'll open the one item 1000. See, for practicing purpose, you will have USMF company. In that USMF company, for initially practicing purpose, select item number 1000. Select item number 1000. So I'm clicking on new purchase order. I'm just opening new purchase order. So item 1000. Meanwhile, I'm opening this item 1000 on hand inventory. I'm just verifying on hand inventory. What is the on hand inventory? And in this on hand inventory, physical inventory. Manage inventory, on hand inventory. For this item 1000, physical inventory means actual stock in your warehouse. Actual stock in your warehouse. All these things you will understand slowly. So in your warehouse, how many stock available means 215 stock available. Okay, 215 available. Ordered in total means purchase order quantity. Ordered in total means purchase order quantity. Now I'm creating a new purchase order. I'm creating a new purchase order. Selecting one vendor, selecting warehouse. Selecting warehouse. Click OK. So look at this one. Ordered in total it is 772 and 215. 215 is the physical inventory. Actually in your warehouse, this is the stock available 215. Now we are creating a purchase order for this item 1000. Take the example 7 quantity. I'm just entering 7 quantity. So the price will be automatically updated. Unit price and unit and everything will be updated. Let it be getting saved. Okay, now I'm just getting saved. I'm saving this one. Now if you verify on hand inventory, once it is saved, let it be processed. Now if you click on refresh, what happens? Whatever the quantity you have entered here, 7 quantity, it will update it in the on order total, ordered in total. It is ordered in total, purchase order quantity. On order means sales order quantity. So ordered in total will be updated. Now 772 plus 7, it will become 779. Let me refresh. It is 215. 215 it is there. Look at this one. So it became 779. Now I'm doing confirmation. I'm doing confirmation. So with this confirmation, there will not be any change in the on-hand inventory. It will be the same. There is no change. Only it will verify the budget funds available or not. Only whether the budget funds are available or not. It will validate. but confirmation is mandatory step. Otherwise, you cannot do product receipt. Product receipt buttons will be disabled. Now let me do product receipt once it is confirmed. So purchase order confirmation button, whenever you are clicking, it will take first time, it will take whenever application is open, every time first time it will take little bit more time. Later on it will be faster. Later on it will be faster. Once it is confirmed, let me go to receive tab and product receipt. Receive tab, product receipt. If I'm doing product receipt, stock on hand inventory, in the on hand inventory, physical inventory will be increased, means really I have received that quantity, then it will update like this. Okay, so now let me do product receipt. Okay, I need to enter product receipt number. I need to enter product receipt number and then click OK. If you update like this product receipt, in the system, physical inventory will be increased. Physical inventory will be increased. Now let us verify. This will become 215 plus 7. 215 plus 7. Look at this one, on hand inventory. Now it will become 215 plus 7 because on like product receipt means we have received the material from the vendor. We have received the material from the vendor. So product receipt is updated. Blue ribbon comes means it is successfully completed and it will show you operation is completed properly. Okay. Now if you verify on hand inventory, then if I refresh, it will become 772 because added in total is cleared. Added in total is cleared and it will update 212. Look at this one. This was became because order quantity was changed to received. Now it was became 222. Now look at this one. It is received status. Earlier it is open order. Now it is received. Once the purchase order status is received, then your inventory is increased and ordered in total is back to 772. Now later I need to do invoice. Invoice is for financial posting. Generate invoice button, invoice tab, generate area page, invoice button. Let it be processed. So the simplest form is PO creation, PO confirmation, product receipt, and then vendor invoice. These are the steps, 4 steps. So let it be opening invoice. So invoice number must be entered. Invoice number must be entered because you have received invoice copy from the vendor. Invoice date also you need to enter. It is not mandatory, it is the best practice. And match status is not performed at this point. You need to click on update match status, then it will be passed. Look at this one, it is passed. And they will verify, business people, they will verify the totals by clicking here the amount is tallying or not. Then they will post. They will post. I'm taking one more duplicate. So invoice is posted. So you have learned this one. There is no new thing here. Like the day one, whatever I have explained, the same thing. But now I'm going to show you different function. The same purchase order process differently. So give me a second. Accounts payable. Setup parameters. Okay, now invoice is updated. If it is invoice is updated, financial postings will be there. Now I'm showing you another process. I'm creating one more new purchase order. I'm clicking on new button. Give me a second, it was closing. I'm clicking on new button. Select the vendor. Select the warehouse. Click OK. Select the item. Enter quantity 4 now. I'm changing just. Okay, now I saved. So open order status and it is approved. Now I have updated 4 quantity. Then it will become ordered in total will become 776. Look at this one. It is 776. Now I'm doing confirmation. This time confirmation will be a little bit faster when compared with the first time. Yeah, as I told you second time, it will be faster. Now I will not do product receipt. I will not do product receipt. Usually that is the best practices. If you want, you can skip it. But there is a setup. If you want to make it mandatory, you can set up. You can do some setups. That setups you will understand later. But I want to skip this product receipt. I'm doing invoice directly. I'm doing invoice directly. I'm skipping product receipt. So I'm entering vendor invoice number, something, date. Here lines are not coming, line details are not coming. Now I am changing here, instead of product receipt quantity, I'm changing into purchase order quantity, that is ordered quantity I'm selecting, and click OK. Ordered quantity. So at this point it is 776. It is 222 only. On-hand inventory was not increased as of now because we did it confirmation only. Now what I'm doing, I skipped product receipt. I'm doing vendor invoice directly. If I select default from earlier it is product receipt quantity, now I change it to ordered quantity. Now the line is coming here. The line is coming here. Update mass status. This will be passed. Give me a second. So what I'm doing, you don't know this policies. You will understand later on this one. Now I'm doing update mass status. Let me delete. Give me a second. I'm changing some setups. These things you will understand slowly. So at this point, I'm not explaining this one, just I'm doing myself, not for you. You will understand later these things, invoice matching policies. Okay. So let me do once again the invoice copy. Let me generate invoice. Whatever I did it, you don't know. Don't worry on that one. You will understand later on, not now. So I have skipped product receipt. I have not generated product receipt. I'm doing invoice directly. Click on invoice tab, generate area page, invoice button. So let me enter invoice number and invoice date. Let me change this default from product receipt quantity to ordered quantity. I'm changing from product receipt quantity to ordered quantity. Click OK. Update mass status. It should be passed. Okay, so give me a second, because while creating a purchase order at that time, this setup is there, so it is not getting refreshed. Give me a second. I will take another item. Otherwise, I need to create a new purchase order, but I will take another item and I will do it for time being, because while creating a purchase order, the setup is already there with item three-way matching, so it is getting failed because the setups are in between. I have changed. For time being, I'm selecting another item. Otherwise, let me create a new purchase order. Then it will show you clearly for you. Let me leave this one. Let me create a new purchase order, so that it will be easy for you, because in between I have changed the setups. That setups are not refreshing immediately. So we will not do like this corrections, setup corrections in between. The policies will not be changed. So I'm creating a new purchase order. I'm showing you once again. Selecting the item. Now I'm entering, suppose 5 quantity. Now saving. Now once again, if you verify on hand inventory, it will become +5, that is 781. And let me do a confirmation. So the purchase order status will be changed from ordered to approved to confirmed. Now on hand inventory will not be changed. Same 222 and 781. There is no change in this one. Now I'm doing invoice directly. Click on invoice button. Invoice tab, generate area page, invoice button. So I'm entering invoice number, date. Date is not mandatory. It is best practice. Let me change the product receipt quantity to ordered quantity. Click OK. Now it will show you the on hand inventory. Okay, let me click on update match status. It is passed now. It was passed. Now totals will be validated. Now I'm posting directly. So I have skipped product receipt. I did it invoice directly. Now on hand inventory, physical inventory, on hand inventory will be increased during invoice. If I refresh, it will be decreased to 5 quantity here. It will be increased here. Look at this one. 227. It was back to 776. So now I'm changing my words, my statement. What I told, product receipt, during product receipt, physical inventory in the on hand inventory will be increased. Now I'm changing the word, whichever is earlier, either at the time of product receipt or at the time of invoice, stock will be increased, on hand inventory will be increased. So now we have entered purchase order creation, purchase order confirmation, and then vendor invoice directly. If you are skipping product receipt and if you are doing invoice, then on hand inventory or physical inventory will be increased at the time of invoice. So in these two steps, whichever is earlier, at that time on-hand inventory will be increased. Understood? Any doubt in this?
Satya, what do you earlier means? I didn't get it. I understood your process. I mean, step one, earlier we have discussed about purchase receipt. Now we have skipped the purchase receipt and directly the stock is getting updated while raising the invoice. That's what the understanding, right?
Yes, exactly. Because
You
as
have
I
used
told
the
you,
word earlier. I didn't get that.
earlier means before 10 minutes before 10 minutes before I told you like on-hand inventory or physical inventory will be updated at the time of product receipt, am I right?
Yes, yes.
So this I'm skipping this one. Now on-hand inventory is increasing at this point, am I right?
Yes.
So my statement is wrong, earlier statement, am I right?
Okay, what you are referring to is earlier session statement, whatever you have referred, that product receipt, we have skipped it, so it's not required. So directly we can go with this. That's what you are saying.
Exactly.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Product receipts will not be executed automatically. So Ravi, you are asking like product receipt, Ravi Prakash. So you are telling like I never told like automatic product receipt will be updated. No, you need to do it. So now earlier what I told like at the time of product receipt on hand inventory will be increased. Now I'm telling like product receipt or invoice at any point of time on hand inventory will be increased, but whichever is earlier means you are skipping this one, and if you are doing this and then if you are doing this one, then on hand inventory will be increased here.
Okay.
If
Yeah.
you are doing directly, if you are skipping and you are doing in the fourth step, then on hand inventory is increasing at the time of invoice but not at the time of product receipt. So this is called product receipt cum invoice. Product receipt cum invoice, because you are skipping that process, product receipt. So now if you verify product receipt in the receipt tab, journals, it is not there. That means you have not executed at all. You have not executed. Earlier we have a journal name here. Now we have skipped and we did it invoice. Understood everyone? Any confusion here?
Hi, Satya.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so in this case, can we, like, for example, there is a vendor, I'm the client, okay, I ordered something and the vendor gave me the invoice, okay, I recorded the invoice, okay, and it means like afterwards I'm receiving it, invoice has been created earlier than that we are recording in our system, okay. Okay, so now the thing is, after like a month or so, right, we received, I received the product, and few of things were damaged in between, but the invoice has already been created. So first question is, can product receipt be created afterwards? And second thing is like, what about the damaged goods then?
So here, regarding second scenario, I'm first answering. I'm answering.
Yeah.
That is purchase returns. If it is damaged, that will be purchase returns. You are going to learn that one later on. Next sessions, you are going to learn. The first point, you cannot do invoice and then you cannot do product receipt. That is not possible. Vendor will send the material and then send the invoice.
Okay.
He can do material will be sent to you and then only you can do invoice, but not like first it will be invoice will be generated and after that he can send the material. That is not actual process at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Satya, one more question. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I mean, which is the best practice, Satya? I mean, here you are skipping PR, but PR is included, however, here. But which is the best practice here?
The best practice is this one only. So I want product receipt should be mandatory. I want product receipt should be executed by data entry operator. That is my requirement. Then one setup is there. Then in one that setup you will understand later. But let me show you in the all setups I will explain you later, like some more setups. Now I'm showing you, but I'm not detailed explaining, but I'm showing you inventory management, inventory item model groups. In this item model group, that item is linked with item model group. In this item model group, if you are making receiving requirement checkbox, if you enable this checkbox, then until and unless you did product receipt, system will not allow you to do the invoice. If you enable this checkbox, your company need to take the decision. This will be a decisions maker. Like whenever you are implementing, you are going to discuss with them whether they want product receipt is must. No
These are
no
being
data entry
captured
operator.
at the time of requirements gathering, right? The business rules. If they said this is a business rule, then.
Yes, exactly.
So
So
while documenting, we have to add it as a business rule that client is saying, USMF is saying that this is a business rule. It should pass at this stage.
exactly. So during the requirement gathering, you are going to map it like item model group will enable this receiving requirements. Anyhow, I will explain you these things later on. So if you enable this checkbox, then if you are doing product receipt, it will not allow you. If you want to do invoice, if you are trying to do invoice, it will throw error message like you have to do product receipt. The message
Okay.
pop-up message will show you like until and unless if you do product receipt, you cannot do invoice.
So then we
This
will
is
get a red color ribbon, right? In that case, if you have
yes,
set this business rules while doing this.
exactly.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Yeah, someone else is speaking. Yeah.
Yeah, Satya. So Satya, in product receipt come invoice process.
Hmm.
So there will be no product receipt document posted, right?
Yes, exactly.
Because if you see in Navision, if you done the invoice, but receipt document will be posted. So here in AX, there will be no product receipt document.
So the document will not be there. There is no document, but the impact is happening. The effect, whatever it is required, it is happening, but the document will not be there. Here, there is no document at all.
Okay.
Yeah. Someone else is speaking. Yes, please.
So, while doing the product receipt,
Hmm.
if we are having a product barcode level, so where is the option to scan the each barcode against the product?
So that you will understand later. I'm going to discuss with you one more in between registration. One more registration. I need to explain this one. This is I have not started at this point. There are many steps in this. So registration at that time you will understand in coming sessions, most probably in another 2-3 days sessions, you are going to understand that one also.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else? Anyone? Fine. Now let us understand the same process in the sales order. Sales order creation. Sales order confirmation is optional. It is not mandatory. Then packing slip and then invoice to customer. You are generating invoice and you are giving to the customer. Invoice to customer. Let me show you this process quickly and then we'll see the same impact like this. Whatever we are doing, the same we'll see. So we need to go to sales and marketing module. Sales and marketing. Collapse all. Sales orders. All sales orders. Clicking on new button, select the customer. Sales order means we are dispatching material to the customer, so on hand inventory will be decreased. So I'm selecting customer. Selecting the warehouse. Click OK. So item, suppose I'm doing 25 quantity. I'm clicking on save button. Now sales order is created. So it is getting saved. Now if you verify on hand inventory, on order will be increased. So 553 plus 25, it is 578. Look at this one. 578. Now sales order confirmation is not mandatory. I can skip it. This is not mandatory process. Now I'm doing pick and pack tab. Pick and pack tab. Packing slip. Post packing slip. So click OK. So it will show you a warning message. You are not taking a printout, because if it is a dispatching material, it is warning you like printout is not happening. No problem. I don't want printout now. I'm clicking OK, because in real time scenario, it should be printed to the printer and you need to submit one copy to your customer. If you update like this, now what happens in the on hand inventory? It will decrease back to 25 and it will decrease to 25 and it will become 202. Look at this one. So packing slip is updated. Now if you verify on hand inventory, refresh, it is 553 and now it is 202. So it was decreased at the time of packing slip. So physical inventory in on hand form will be decreased because you are sending material to the customer. Next, invoicing the financial postings. Click on invoice button. Click on OK. The financial postings will be updated. Customer account data to revenue account credit and cost of goods account data to inventory issue account credit. That is financial postings. So every time it will warn you like you are not taking a printout. No issues, please proceed. I'm telling to the system like I don't want a printout. It's a warning message because I don't have any printer. It is not required for me at all. But in real time scenario, invoicing is done. So in this case, what happens? On hand inventory or physical inventory is decreased at the time of packing slip, and then customer invoice is at the time of invoice, it is financial postings. Now this is sales order, packing slip, and then customer invoice. This is the steps we did it now. Now I'm creating sales order. I will do customer invoice directly. Let me create a new one. C-00001. Customer. You can drop down, you can select, no issues, anything is fine. And I'm selecting warehouse. So rather than drop down, if it is data entry, it is little bit quicker. So business people also, they will do like that. They will be habituated to that code number and they will enter with the code numbers very quickly. So I'm entering now 1000. So now I'm entering 5 quantity, suppose any quantity is fine. Now I click the save button. Now if you verify on hand inventory, it is 553 plus 5, it will become 558. Okay, now it is 202. Now I am skipping packing slip, I'm skipping confirmation, I'm skipping packing slip, I'm doing invoice directly. I'm doing invoice. Now if I select packing slip, there is no lines details are not there. Now I'm changing it to all. I'm changing back to all. So earlier it is escalation mark is there, now it will be gone. This escalation mark will be gone. Look at this one. Now if you click on downside, it is escalation mark is gone. If you scroll down, you will find the line details. Give me a second. Okay, now if you scroll down, the line details are coming. Okay, click OK. Once again it is asking a printout. Printout is not there. No problem. Without printing, you are proceeding. Yes. Now I have skipped packing slip. Now if you verify on hand inventory, it will become 197. It was became 197. It is back to 553. Now invoice is updated. So for this, you don't have packing slip because we did it invoice without packing slip. So once again, if you want to make it mandatory, deduction requirements, you will understand this one later. Deduction requirements means packing slip is mandatory. So the best practice is always sales order creation, packing slip, and then invoice. That is the best practice. So this is the best practice, but I can skip and I can do this one. So you need to take the, like a company should take the decision how they want. That is company policy. The setups that you will understand in detail later. The setups I will explain in detail one by one later on, but packing slip is skipped and it was processed. So on hand inventory is decreasing at the time of packing slip or at the time of invoice to customer. On hand inventory will be decreased at the time of packing slip or on hand inventory, like or at the time of invoicing. Clear? Any doubt in this?
Yeah,
Anyone?
if you are having inventory like 202 or 200, and if I will try to raise an order of 205, then it will allow or it will decline my purchase sale order?
Once again, that setups. Once again, the setups, whether you want it or not. Usually, if it is a washing machines or mobiles, laptops, I don't want. If it is a small nuts and bolts, small piece of nuts and bolts, I need to allow. So those scenarios I will discuss with you later on sessions. There are many scenarios. I need to explain you in which scenario we need to allow and which scenario we should not allow. What are the different scenarios in the real-time business? I will explain you those things later. At this point, it will not allow you. For this item, it will not allow you. That is once again setups. Okay. Yeah. Anything else, anyone?
Satya, one question. As a trade and logistics functional consultant, as we already discussed yesterday, that you told me that transactions will be taken care by the business user. So whatever now we are seeing the flow of here in the grid, you are showing that how the quantity is being increased and how the quantity is being decreased in the two scenarios. One is in the purchase invoice and another in the customer invoice, right? So data validation, I mean, say each transaction, the responsibility will be driven by the business user. Am I right? It's not the responsibility.
System will take care about this one, but if you are not sure what is happening, how can you suggest to the business people?
Then we need to know this actually.
That's it. This is for learning purpose. You should know what is happening. If you don't know,
how it is going on.
Yes. This is only for your information, your knowledge purpose. Until unless if you don't have the knowledge on this one completely, you cannot suggest to the business users in such a way that how to use the system. Leaf level, what is happening, you should know.
But the data validation and any errors in the data is not responsibility of our
system.
That is
system will take care. Actually, system will take care about everything. If something is happening, then you need to dig into that one and you need to monitor. So for that purpose only you are learning. If you are going to change some customization, something at that time, if it is in the standard what is happening, if you don't know, you cannot suggest to the developer or anything on the changes. So whatever see in terms of trade and logistics, 70-80% subject whatever you are learning, it is for your knowledge purpose. That is the reason I told you, like one is domain knowledge, one is functional knowledge, and there are so many things. Am I right? So you are learning domain knowledge. So domain knowledge is, this will have a lot for business people, not for you, but you are on top of business people. If you want to become a on top of business people, then you should have more knowledge than business users.
Right.
That is the reason you are learning this one. Make sense?
Thank you. Yeah, thanks.
Satya, I just want to add up one thing here. In general scenario, what I've seen is in the year-ending closures, the accounts payable team need to close up these things, and they require these permissions, I believe.
So year-end process is a part of finance. So now it's for that also its system will take care. You need not to worry on this one for inventory. For inventory, it is not required because it will take care about that one. Inventory closing process we will do it. Okay, that I will discuss with you later. But financials, financial year-end close is more about financials rather than inventory.
Okay.
Inventory is taken care by system, no issues. Okay, fine. I'm stopping here for today. We'll connect once again tomorrow. See you all. Bye. Let us join for whoever is interested. Finance, please join.